Hello and welcome to Karmic Gaming with me, Karmic Preds. Today's video will be on Karmic Dragons. This game was a 4v4 team tack, Karmic versus I don't actually know who they were, but they gave us quite a bad time on mic. A lot of taking the mic really, and shouting and swearing may have occurred from the other team towards us, but we handled it and we took it in our stride. We kind of shrugged it off because we know people like that in game lobbies are rather annoying, so we just muted them in the end. But this game was really hard fought. Both sides, me and the other team, our team and the other team, definitely had to fight for every inch of this map control. We basically control this building, which James is in now, or Karmic Dragons is in now, and we control the outside B bomb and the right hand side of A bomb most of the time. We lose A every single round in this game because of the extra it's just so easy to lose. It's about a 10-second marathon pro run from this side spawn where James is to A, so it's not exactly hard to get to it quickly. But we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to be talking about James and how he does a really good job of spawn trapping the enemy. As you see, he gets his blackbird quite early on. He gets his gunship and then carries on with the spawn trapping. What is a brilliant idea, and that's how a spawn trapper does work, and that's how Slayer works really well in a game. But as you see, he dies and gets a nice little headshot just then. But pulls out the gunship and goes to town, making sure B's defended before moving on. So he's got B and then moves on to spawn trap the enemy at their own spawn with the gunship instead of himself this time. So he's amazing in gunships and chopper gunners. Definitely probably better than me in gunships and chopper gunners, as you see. I'm bringing out 2 videos with chopper gunner gameplay, and they're quite poor chopper gunners to be honest. So those videos are like TDM Villa and TDM Nuketown, so they're really good. They're okay. But also what I'm going to be doing, because it was me, so that would be me, Karmic Dragons, Karmic Bombers, and now who is he in? I don't even know. Well, at this moment in time it's Ben, but I don't actually know who he's called now in Karmic. But he played a really good job in this game, and we played with him for a couple of games before this, and he listened to instructions really well. So we gave him a place in Karmic, so he is now in Karmic. And that's it really. He's a good player. We play with him quite often, and he'll probably be playing game battles with us at some point. Yet to get a game battle match going, that'll be worked on soon. Obviously still people to sign up, but we'll see what happens there. So James here is defending B bomb. As he knows, we're still defending again. We lose the first round in this game, win the second round, and this is the third and final round. So we know if we lose B, we definitely know we're screwed on A, because A is such an easy plant. And I say in one of my previous videos, B bomb is probably the hardest bomb to plant on any game mode or game type, game map in Black Ops really. On Summit B bomb is really hard to get to, mainly because there's so many places you can watch it from. So that's why. What are we doing? So James is making sure this left side is secured. Gets a nice little claymore kill. Puts the spy plane up, and spy plane is probably it's probably the best kill streak in the game. Not the best kill streak, it's the best early kill streak you can get. It was probably underused in Modern Warfare 2, and definitely now overused in Black Ops. But as you can see, a lot more people in Black Ops so far have been playing much more tactically and much more objectively, which is good. I prefer that than just spray and praying in Modern Warfare 2, what happened quite a lot. This video will probably go up Saturday night, and another one going up Sunday, and then another one going up Monday. So busy couple of days. So as you can see, James runs out of Karmic Dragons runs out of ammo here, and then picks up the AK-74U. which he goes to town with in their spawn. Again, I think he was one off Blackbird there, I don't actually know, but he did a really good job in their spawn, just keeping them back. So he moves back to this left hand side, making sure the bomb's covered. Nice little knife there. Making sure the bomb's covered, making sure this left hand side's secured and locked down. I've sped it up a bit because this video has to be put into 10-minute long segments. But as I say, this video will be showing me my gameplay, yeah, and everyone else's gameplay. That will be coming out this week sometime. If the video stops like it just did, that's me on my theatre mode skills. Obviously they're not very good. But KD wise in this game, I think we all do pretty well. I go 45 and 25, I'm not sure what. I think Kamel goes the same as me. James goes 75 and 19, so that's really good, but that's what spawn trappers, what sort of slayers get normally. They get high scores and kills. But we get 2 gunships, 1 chopper gunner, and 3 blackbirds totally in this game. I get 1 of those blackbirds, Ben gets a chopper gunner, and James gets the 2 gunships and 2 blackbirds. So throughout this game, it's basically just James playing this left hand side really. We lose A, as you can just see, we just lost A. What means it's quite good in some circumstances, as long as if A goes, that means we can just basically hunker down on B and make sure no one gets to it at all. So that's one good advantage of losing A. Obviously you don't ever really want to lose any bombs because it makes the time shorter and means that it's an easier game for your team really. This puts more pressure onto your team and means that the other team's also concentrating on 1 bomb, and you really need to have decent players in your team to push them back. And thankfully James was one of those decent players in your team that we had to push back the enemy. As you see, pulls out a really good game here. Glad to have him in karmic, to be honest.
Enemy spy plane incoming.
As well. What to be talking about? Oh, I forgot to do topics. That's what I probably should have done. But never mind. Never mind. Gets his blackbird. As you see, he's only got 4 bullets, but he still manages to get a kill with 4 bullets from a commando silence. So, I don't know how that works, but never mind. Picks up the AK-74U again. Lucky, because his second best gun's probably the AK-74U. He's got the blackbird up, so he knows where they're coming from. And he uses it to its advantages, really. It's a bit campy, but as you're 1-off gunship, you're definitely going to want to camp a bit, aren't you, really? Gets a nice little kill there. And walks and goes back to B, because we are 1 minute 30 into the game left, and honestly you don't want to be losing the bomb at 1 minute. If the bomb goes at 1 minute, panic stations, your whole team normally goes to panic if the bomb gets planted at 1 minute, because you do start to think you've got 1 minute to get this defuse on, and if you don't have a good team, then you're definitely going to be struggling to get that defuse. But thankfully they don't plant it. I pull in that blackbird, and we are basically secured for this whole game, really. We have 50 seconds to go in this game, and I have to put up a blackbird, so that will last us for the whole game, the rest of the last game, so we know if they're planted. And James goes back to pull out the gunship. So we're coming towards the end now. More videos like this will be coming out soon, and hope you enjoy. To be honest, it was a really enjoyable game from me, and I think the rest of us said it was probably one of the best games we've played on Black Ops so far. So please comment, rate and subscribe. Check us out on Twitter now and Facebook. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.